Maybe I should have installed this game like yesterday. One thing I don't like about installing games on the PS4 is that it just wants to like explode. Let me get dressed right now. This shit is fucking cold as hell. Okay, let's see. I gotta clarify some things. So originally, this is actually too loud. Originally, I wanted to do a stream of .hackgu, but since one of my homies is streaming .hackgu, I decided, fuck it though, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, let me not waste any time. Let me hit my friend up. Okay, let's see. I'm curious, where's the options thing? Because I wanna... So they got this if you have the PS3 version, which I do, but on a different account. All... Oh man, I love that UI. So let me tell you guys some things. In the original PlayStation 2 version of this game, and you can check this out for yourself if you go on YouTube, there used to be a URL on the bottom for the PlayAsia website, because in PlayAsia there would be a... not PlayAsia, Play Online, there would be like a walkthrough of this game made by Square themselves. It was there for Final Fantasy X and also Final Fantasy IX. They really wanted to promote their online website and their online service. So much so that a lot of the walkthroughs that you would get would actually skip the boss fight section, because the boss fights would obviously, be left for the Play Online website. Originally, this game was supposed to have online multiplayer as well, but I guess because it's a 2001 game, they couldn't really like get it working, or maybe it was just because it took too much time. That's probably what it was. They already had to redo all the character designs and scrap up the story. It was originally supposed to be a launch title. Released in the same year as Final Fantasy IX, so 2000. Hold up. So they decided against all of that. Was good, Jack Stein. Anyway, yeah, I'm definitely talking about the game, because there's all sorts of facts I know about this game. In addition, because Final Fantasy XI was the first game to have online, it being an MMO, and this game was meant to have the single player and the online mode, but never had that. That's why the only Play Online resource for the URL on the bottom for the PS2 version was for the walkthrough. So let's get started. So you're presented with an option here. You can either use the standard sphere grid, which is not the same as the original PlayStation 2 release. Okay, cool. That sucks. Chronic pain. Or the expert one. The expert one, it'll bite you in the ass later on because while it's interlinked and you can get OP in the beginning, trying to do all that sphere grid stuff in the beginning will be kind of a pain in the ass. Because you'd have to grind a little more. So for now I'm going to use the standard sphere grid. You also got two choices. The arranged OST, which is, you know, touched up a little. Yeah, that's how it is with a lot of chronic pain. Like when I have told my doctors about tinnitus, because so many things can cause it. You guys might not realize this, but doctors actually have their own search engine. So they have their own version of Google that they use, but they also use Google to look up what you're going through. So if you're wondering why doctors might leave the office, it's actually because they're going to Google your symptoms. So they're doing the same thing you do when you get sick. The only thing is that because doctors have a little more experience, they don't freak out when WebMD says cancer, which it always does. Okay, so I'm going to use the original OST because everyone, myself included, prefers it, and I've been playing this game consecutively with the arranged version, so we're going to be using the PlayStation 2 album rip. Not necessarily the exact OST from the PS2, but how it was if you buy the OST from like the 2002 CD. This is a remastered. Funny thing is that if it wasn't for Final Fantasy VII Remake, this would have been the next game Square made after finishing Final Fantasy XIII. Well, 10 free. This was gonna have like a trilogy, and according to Kazushige Nojima, the scenario writer, he did write out a game scenario for Final Fantasy X free as well. Yeah, weirdly enough, like a lot of the voice-acted Final Fantasy games, they don't have recurring cast members. A lot of the voice actors from here are Cartoon Network voice actors, Nickelodeon voice actors. Our main character, Tidus, right here is actually Johnny Test and Obi-Wan Kenobi from the Star Wars cartoons. Meanwhile, in like 13 and 7 Remake, there's a lot of Hollywood voice actors and anime voice actors working on that. 12 actually has a lot of theater voice actors. 14 and 16 have UK voice actors.
Listen to my story. This may be our last chance.
Yeah, you see, a lot of Final Fantasy games start off in medias res, so you never get to that part a lot of Japanese RPGs have where you're a normal kid living in a peaceful village and then they get attacked. Final Fantasy games usually skip to the point where the village was already attacked, so you're going straight into the action. This game does a more literal take on the in medias res thing where you start off obviously in a ruined city and then you flash back to this place when things were peaceful. This was actually the only video game from the Final Fantasy series that I played with my stepfather. Although I never got really far with him. I also played this game with my best friend, and I actually gave him the copy of my PS2 game right afterwards. We didn't get too far either, although I got farther with him than I did with my stepfather.
I've been a big fan of yours from the very beginning.
I won't let you down.
Thanks!
Okay, this guy's not voice acted.
Can I have your autograph?
Of course.
Yeah, this is definitely like 2000s Japanese fashion mixed with medieval and early Heian Japanese stuff. So I'm gonna actually call him by his Japanese name. Tita, the Okinawan term for sun.
Good luck tonight!
So whenever people
Nothing
debate,
to worry about.
is his name Titus or Titus?
Oh,
Just tell
if I
them
score a
no,
goal.
it's neither, it's Tita.
I'll, do this. That will mean it was for you, okay? What seat?
He's blocking the front row! Fifth from the right!
Got it.
Okay.
Can you sign this?
No prob.
Please?
Alrighty.
Me too!
Take
Oh man, I
it
used to have
easy.
like a chain and sickle ball that was kind of like that. It was smaller with like a yo-yo thing attached. That shit was popular in Washington Heights for like little ass kids.
Well, gotta go. Cheer for me.
2, 3. Teach us how to blitz!
Hey, I got a game to play.
Ah, damn, that's how that chick
Teach
looked.
us after.
Maybe I should have had her turned
Maybe
around because
tonight?
I didn't know she was a glasses girl.
You can't tonight.
I mean, tomorrow.
Promise?
Promise.
The one with the hoodie over her eyes, that's kind of a weird look. I had to use that look a couple times when my face was like so cold from the endless winter of 2019. This is my favorite part, his goofy ass face right here. Him mean mugging his own daddy. Look at that, those lips. You pushing out his bottom lips.
I was in a coffee shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jecht, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanar, I says to myself, what are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jecht all night. My dad and I never talked so much. Whoa, didn't mean to reminisce, folks. Anyway, 10 years later, the Jecht Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South.
You know, I never actually
I
went
know
through
there's
this
a lot of
dialogue.
people out there today to see the star
I
of the
usually leave
Abes.
this room before it
In
finishes.
just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jecht's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What kind of super play will he show us today? Will we see his father's legendary
Oh, wow.
shot? I don't think I'm
Well,
the
I can
only
explain
one
that.
excited here, folks.
This is a game from 2001 when like face motion capture wasn't advanced yet. But actually the PS3 version made some of these scenes look worse. Or the PS4, because when they remastered it, they tried to make... the art style more atypical of Nomura's aesthetics. But the thing is that this game's art style is also influenced by Yusuke Naora, so it's slightly different. Yeah, trying to get his design a little more typical to Nomura's style is not a good thing. I never knew that they were competing against a team called the Duggles.
Sorry. Hey, I'm gonna be late.
You see, some of those are actually sprites.
Hey,
they're actually
let go of
2D.
me.
Okay, this one is gonna have like some voiced music, I think, but I'm just gonna speak over it because it's Final Fantasy X. There's only one vocal track that I'm really worried about, and this isn't one of them. Oh man, I love this track so much. Yeah, it definitely has that early 2000s vibe where there were still pre-rendered backgrounds and some like 2D illustration, but like covert. Okay, yeah, this is kick-ass. There's everybody's favorite Vash the Stampede dress-alike. This guy looks so bossed on with those sunglasses. Okay. Shit. Damn, Tidus. This guy's out here trying to get murder charges. You say that often, but I guess maybe it's worse for you today. Yeah, it's weird. You got like a mixed gender sport, like Blitzball right here. Super full contact, man. Like, okay, so they're playing a game and they're so distracted they didn't even realize the city's under attack. Originally, this section of the game was meant to be a lot longer. It was meant to be sort of like the Midgar section in Final Fantasy, where you spend most of the game in this futuristic city before visiting the more traditional JRPG world. How did he survive that fall?
Auron! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
This guy is fumbling way too much.
It
B
begins.
complex. I mean, I already told you to get that one. D,
Don't
K2. I wouldn't recommend vitamin A because if you eat meat, you're probably already getting a lot of vitamin A anyway.
What the?
Yeah, B12, I mean that comes with the B complex, but a lot of people have B deficiencies, and you don't want that because that causes neurological damage,
Hey,
especially as the homocysteine levels in your blood rise. Yo, Visual Works got paid OD for this game.
Sin?
And think about how many like CG cutscenes we see over the course of the first hour of this game. This is more than what we see with Kingdom Hearts. I'm actually gonna have to look it up to see how much of this we actually get. This sword right here.
A gift from Jecht.
My old man?
I hope you know how to use it.
So here's the weird thing about Tidus. He never holds the sword with both hands ever again.
Cut through.
Okay. This game has a lot of these like set piece battles. Get yourself a decent meal.
Don't bother going after all of them. Cut the ones that matter and run.
So yeah, I'm back to playing turn-based, man. How long has it been? Since Persona 5 Royal? Feels good to be back, man. I mean, I like action RPGs, but again, I vastly prefer turn-based.
Get out of my town!
Some can't wait to die.
Okay, so overdrives are like the limit breaks from Final Fantasy VII, but just like Final Fantasy VIII, which also had them, they're have a mini game attached to them. That one seems easy, but if you mess it up, then it kind of locks up. So it's usually takes a while for you to be able to do it again, and by then your frames get eaten and you don't have enough time. So just do it perfectly and save yourself from trouble. This enemy can't actually kill you because Demi does gravity-based attack, so it's kind of whack in that sense. There's no point in doing Power Break, which is one of Auron's default skills, because he has no strength-based attacks since he uses gravity-based attacks only. So the damage is fixed based on your health. Not even your max HP where it could actually kill you, but your current HP, so it just constantly going divisible. You know, I'm always tempted to do like an NSG, an SNC, an I, NE, an NE, and BB challenge. But the reason I'm deciding against that right now is because I want to see if I can get a platinum on this game. There's only one missable trophy in this game, so it's not that big of a deal, and I got a walkthrough on me just so I can make sure I get it. Oh yeah, I can't believe I'm starting off 2022 with this game. It's kind of cute that they make it so that the save point actually has a level up. But really that just means that there's more mechanics attached to the save point later on. You can do things like play blitzball.
What are you laughing at, old man? Lauren, let's get out of here.
We're expecting.
In the walkthrough they made a big deal about chocobos, the PS2
Give me a break,
guide.
man.
But that's actually a little deceptive. You can't really like take chocobos with you everywhere and stuff like that. I was thinking I maybe messed up on a feature when I kept not winning against the chocobo eater, but nah, I didn't get locked out of a feature. If I press triangle I can block. Although, actually, let me try doing that. So as you can see, he's very agile. Let me try to attack that thing. I guess it's not gonna let me. Not until the audio cue drops. I kind of miss these enemies.
This could be bad. That! Knock it down.
What?
Trust me, you'll see.
Alright. Okay. I just realized Auron actually has a lot of max HP. Ludonarratively, it makes a lot of sense. There has to be some type of symbolism right there, but I guess I'm just not seeing it. I mean, his daddy's face and shit like that. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe it's just like some type of weird ass humor. The fact that he was able to do that shit off one leg is impressive. Oh, this is Junja Takano's style. This isn't Nobuo Uematsu or fucking Masashi Hamauzu. I miss Takano as a composer. I wish he made like a mainline title. I like how he acts like he can talk to Sin.
This is it.
he's just inferring because he knows a little bit about what's going on.
It all begins here. Hey. Hey!
It's kind of amusing how Jecht kind of sounds like Jiraiya.
Man?
Actually, I gotta look up who Jecht's VA is. So, is this place still Zanarkand, or is this his dream? A dream within a dream, I guess. This is one of those things where I had to really explain it to people, because the way it's explained in walkthroughs and stuff like that, people still don't really get what Tidus is supposed to be. He's a spiritual manifestation. And they explain it very well ludonarratively, but
like
yes, he does take
where
physical
I was,
mass
what I got
because he's
myself
manifested.
into. I started to feel lightheaded, and then sleepy. I think I had a dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone beside me, so I didn't have to feel alone anymore.
The island of Bikanel. So, I recently started thinking about this. Is Spira the name of the planet or the continent itself? Apparently in Final Fantasy X-2, there is a desire to explore way outside the Spiran continent to see if there's a new continent that's separate from Sin. And evidently, the world of Spira is predominantly water. Just like ours, but even much more so. I mean, it's kind of a Pangean continent, a bunch of neighboring islands. Don't get to like the land quickly. Try to see if there's like a staircase that you can get to.
What do we have here?
Our early game is gonna have a bunch of interesting secrets that you're gonna want to get. This game only has one set of missables, but important missables for the trophy, but there is a lot of interesting stuff in the beginning that might elude you, because super early game is basically New Game Plus bait. This game has a very strange form of New Game Plus that is really only relevant to challenge players and guys who want to understand some of the early game dialogue. But yeah, I don't think Junji Takano works for Square anymore, but if he did, I would very much love for him to make the entire OST of a mainline Final Fantasy. I mean, it seems that the compositional keys were handed from Uematsu to Hamauzu for, you know, the Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, 10, 13 team. As someone from the Livestream server once put, the Nomura, Kitase, Nojima, Toriyama team of Square and Final Fantasy. Okay, this is that New Game Plus feature. I can't really make use of it now. Just be aware that it's there. What I can make use of, however, are these two potions. So I got 12 potions on me, 3 Phoenix Downs. The same person once said that Final Fantasy X is kind of a soft retelling of Final Fantasy VII, and in a way I agree. Just replace Shinra with, you know, Yevon, and it's kind of the same thing. The Yevonite religion is corrupt, but also kind of a necessity similar to Shinra. Also, there are similarities between Tidus and Zack, who, you know, Zack was kind of meant to be retold with Laguna, but Laguna's scenario didn't really match up with Squall's, so it was kind of made ancillary to Squall's over the development of the game. I like Bikanel, and I kind of like some of the stuff about it. I don't recognize who that's a statue of. So this is definitely like some type of island that once had religious insight. I think this is actually where Anima was. Yeah, this is where she ended up at. So this is cut off from the rest of the pilgrimages. Okay, well, this is it. We're about to hear the battle theme. Oh, I like that camera shot right there. That was straight up just whatever the storyboard was. I mean, originally Tidus looked a lot more like Zack when his hair was fully dark, but they only made the roots of his hair dark, whereas everything else was straight up just blonde. Like, I guess he got his hair dyed to look less like his daddy. I mean, evidently they made fucking Crisis Core, so Nojima already got his Zack game, although not a game without flaws. Damn, you hitting me hard for a first boss. I like how kaiju-esque this boss theme is. Up until now, a lot of the boss themes in the PS1 era Final Fantasy series have been like prog, like Final Fantasy 7's was like prog metal, Final Fantasy 8 was prog metal. But 9 does like some really weird shit. Where it just has like this really weird, dissonant, orchestral music.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into
Wait, it wasn't
the
even
freezer.
orchestral. It was, I don't know what
thought I was
genre
gonna
that
die in
was.
this place.
It's almost like a neo, like folksian kind of like hybrid. Like, yeah, some of those instruments were definitely meant to be like orchestral, but others like weird electronic folksy shit. Okay, I kind of like this early section of the game where it's just Tidus in like survival mode.
Cold. Need fire.
I think if I just blocked early on, I probably wouldn't have had to like waste all those potions. I mean, I only wasted 2. But you see, going from Dark Souls and even the Mana series straight to this, it feels like I'm right at home. That's why I say Dark Souls, it just feels like Final Fantasy to me. It's the same flavor. Especially like this early era of Final Fantasy. I could see, you know, everything past 10 it might not hit the same. But for me, this is like right where it needs to be. See, this track sounds a lot more medieval. But that part right there sounds super like Eastern. That's like if samurai and knights met to talk about how awesome feudalism is. Withered bouquet, so that you can use that as kind of like a fuel source. I guess that's why you can't have like dead flowers in the house. It's like a fire hazard. Although flower dust can put out a fire. Some rabbi helped my moms and grandma out when there was a fire in the house and she got burned because she tried to put it out with her hands or some dumb shit like that. And he's like, nah, okay, I'll help you put out the fire. You just use some flower dust. And it worked. Okay, so we need a flint. Some groundwater maybe? Nah, I just... Let me not play around. That's not Flint, that's fucking... some guipes, some meat pies. Think about how much awesome food Dominicans get to eat because our culture is syncretically attached to Russians and Asians and Middle Easterners. That's one thing I like about being Dominican. A lot of these other Hispanic dudes, they really like brag about European culture, African culture, Amerindian, like Taino culture, basically, you know, indigenous. But then the Dominicans, they got this like Russian, Japanese, all this stuff going on. So Turkish.
I need food.
Oh.
What do you want?
I mean, it's there in Latin America too. There was a heavy series of Korean, Japanese immigration in the 90s. That's why a lot of politicians are actually Japanese and Korean.
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird, that little spirit thing that's like always around Tidus. So yeah, Tidus has like some crazy abandonment issues.
Don't go out on me! Just hold on. I'll get more wood.
Man. You see, the movement right here actually makes him seem a little too mechanical. Whereas I think this guy is meant to be more...
Give me a break!
...of like a wild animal. Because this is like a survivalist situation. I always like this fight because this fight seems like a satire on turn-based combat. You hit me. I hit you. Yeah, I was trying to clutch that. This situation right here is like super fucking scripted. So why are they raiding this place? Are they looking for resources?
You on my side? Cool!
So, pay attention to this CTB thing. It's not CBT, it's not cock and ball torture, it's not cognitive behavioral therapy. It's a system where different speeds happen. It's kind of a replacement of the ATB system because the ATB system was really slow, especially in the PS1 era Final Fantasies, especially 9. So actually by making it fully turn-based, the combat system is faster. I'll toss a potion, why not? The first steal is 100%. The second steal is 50% and the last one is 25%. Okay, I should have never healed myself. Okay, so that was a 50% steal that I managed to win out. Yeah, stealing in this game is a lot more convenient than in a game like Final Fantasy IX, where I still get mad as hell dealing with trying to steal good stuff out of Zidane. Glad he got to survive though, because he got a spear level up, and I will be using the spear grid in this campaign.
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go!
Redek Drak!
Is he a fiend?
Irisa Tekiaka!
A fiend.
Edeku! Gemed?
Fed!
Wait.
Tribetek Risa!
Dralnia Drakisha Tate.
Ifan Petit! Fapuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
I like her Albed outfit. So that was a gut punch.
Kid, Daija.
Hey, that hurts!
Usujek, right?
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
Right, whatever.
Tuli Hud Kabeg?
I said I don't understand.
Akumala!
Fed! He said you can stay if you make yourself useful.
You understand me? All right, I'll work.
They done slap this man upside the head. Okay. Y is A. So obviously F is W. E is I. And D is T, which I guess that's not that strange. D's and T's kind of mix in a lot. Phonetics are very interesting, consonants and how they kind of bleed into each other. Damn, Tidus only has 12 MP, that's kind of bad. Well, a lot of his skills don't really use MP, so it's not that big of a deal.
Oh, almost forgot.
Terra Strong. I actually watched some of that Loki stuff because my mom's and shit like that, so... Now we get to the real base Tidus. Base Tidus, he's gonna get a couple skills really quickly now, because of this forced tutorial. It's gonna fill in some of his sphere grid. See, the funny thing about no sphere grid is that it's kind of BS. Everyone starts off with a little bit of stuff on their sphere grid. Tidus gets, I think, cheer. Lulu gets a bunch of good stuff. Yuna gets a bunch of good stuff. See, those fights that I just went through, it's gonna be kind of tricky dealing with them. New game. With no items. It's weird, there's so many challenges that were completed for Final Fantasy X. I see on YouTube that people do a lot of NSG and S and C and INE and NE and BBs, but they just never complete it. Usually because they try to add a bunch of extra shit to it. So I guess it must be like a boring category because no one tries to beat it even though they know how to. It just hasn't been done. Meanwhile, the Impossible NSG and C and O and E and EE and BB, that got wrapped up.
We found some ancient ruins right beneath it. It's not active now, but there should still be some power left. We're gonna go down there and activate, and then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get to work.
Roger.
I was so excited about grinding when I first played this game as a 7-year-old. That was the thing I was so excited about, just being able to grind the JRPG. Keep in mind, when I first got a PlayStation 2 that year, 2002, the only JRPGs I had on me were Dark Cloud and Okage Shadow King from the month prior. Actually, Okage, I got that after this game, so yeah, this was my second JRPG. And then afterwards I got Kingdom Hearts, which I actually like a little more than this game, but you've already seen me stream Kingdom Hearts, so... Usually I like to grind a little while I'm here, but again, I think I'm good. Shit, I don't really have a lot of grenades. That might be a problem. Okay. Special steel. So yeah, they can like merge their turns and attack together, I guess. Oh no, this is like group piranha. So there's piranha singular and then piranha group. Okay, that's 2 grenades. Still not ideal, but I can make it work. You know, I was always thinking I was going to eventually stream this game when at least part 2 of FF7 Remake comes out and we can look forward to 10 free on the horizon, but I decided to get this game because I knew I was going to eventually need it and there was a sale. Yeah, a lot of ass shots with Riku. I know she, 15. Weirdly enough, I just found out that Yuffie's Kingdom Hearts 1 outfit is actually just Riku's outfit, but with a new like color palette. Yeah, I guess I spoiled her name, but I kind of like, you know, Riku's look, man. There was a lot of women I used to know that had that build. The slim, thick build. Okay, so they know exploration is annoying here. That's why they have that return to ship option at a push of a button. You typically never see a JRPG do something like that. Aw, man, this almost makes me want to play Jak and Daxter because it has a similar aesthetic. That's also a game I played around this time. Special, okay, so just keep stealing. Special, steal from. Not a lot of EXP to be had around here, actually. It's kind of wild. Let me backtrack a little, because I'm actually running low on health. Good thing the mini-map is kind of there to remind me that there's like a save point nearby. If only my spatial awareness was good, so I can... Okay, never mind. I'll just do it like this.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
Defense, strength by 1 point. Actually, what are your base stats? "15 strength and 10 defense." See, early on they don't give you a lot of +4s, because if they did, you would be a fucking destroyer of worlds. So, as you can see in her sphere grid, she actually has better shit than Tidus. That's just the truth of the matter. You know, it's so easy for me to talk about Final Fantasy. As much as I like Kingdom Hearts more in some regards, consistently, it's just... damn. Having to talk about Kingdom Hearts is really difficult. Especially because people don't really understand Kingdom Hearts related lore. It's a really misunderstood series. See, I don't even feel like hitting with her because her basic hit is so garbage. I mean, that's the thing. I really enjoy Kingdom Hearts. I want to make like Kingdom Hearts like power scaling type content. Talk about lore. I've gotten some things wrong myself when discussing Kingdom Hearts characters, but or even like Kingdom Hearts lore. Like, I mentioned how a place having a heart is kind of a big deal in Kingdom Hearts. And how it's sort of like a multiverse. I wouldn't really like describe it like that now. You could. But kind of what makes Kingdom Hearts characters OP is that, you know, they attack at a conceptual level. So big infinity isn't really that big of a deal. It's little infinity, or the infinitesimal, and that's something you typically see neglected a lot in comic book style power scaling, because they're more obsessed with big infinity, so they just create bigger infinities, multiverses, outer verses. They got us trying to look at characters like the Beyonder and say, oh, well, he's outerversal because he's not really a Marvel character. Well, what is he then? A Marvel character not from the Marvel world. So performatively different. It's still the same, really. So, cheer, how exactly does it work? I guess I'll stack it a couple times, see if there's like a noticeable difference in Nautilus charge. Damn. Well, that was a back attack. I'm not sure if cheer affected that, This is basically the second boss in the original Final Fantasy VII. I mean, I've really started thinking about that more recently, how the infinitesimal is really underrated in determining power when compared to the infinite. Really, from the front it did that much damage. Did cheer affect, like, her throw affected by the strength stat? That can't be. Or DK, it's affected by defense. Let me follow her along, see what the fuck she's doing. Do we ever go back to this place? I'm actually curious. Because I don't think there's much secrets to be had over here. Okay. Okay, so now I can like talk to these other Al Bhed dudes. Oh, they don't want to talk to me. I mean, there's no point. I can get some of them squatted up with me. Cool. I like how Tidus's outfit isn't too different in terms of color with the Al Bheds. He just needs a little bit of that orangey red. That tangerine. I might make that my new favorite color instead of fucking green. Foresty green. Lime green. Oh yeah, this is how they get the airship. So I basically helped them find an airship. I forgot about that plot point.
Wait, Wichita!
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I?
I don't know that wee word.
Hungry. Whoa! Right on.
They're not even gonna give him utensils.
Hey!
Oh, this is classic Nobuo Uematsu FF8 era
It's 'cause
music.
you eat too fast.
I can see how Uematsu got burnt out and needed 3 other composers to help him out with this. Because if you think about it, 1999 does the OST to Final Fantasy VIII. 2000 he does Final Fantasy IX. These are larger OSTs than the ones he's worked on in the past. 9 is largely remixes to past tracks and multiple tracks which use the same leitmotif of Melodies of Light.
Hello there. What is your name?
But even still,
Riku?
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo!
this man is on crack.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
Okay.
We?
Oh, we means you.
Okay, so that's what we is.
Who
Why are they calling him
guys
you?
Anyway?
You! It's like
We're Al
boomer
Bhed.
Hollywood
Can't you tell?
dialogue.
Wait, you're not an Al Bhed hater, are you?
I don't even know what an Al Bhed is.
Where are you from?
Xanarkand. I'm a blitzball player. Star player of the Xanarkand Abes.
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
So I told her everything there was to tell about Xanarkand. About life there, Blitzball, and Sin's attack. And about how Auron and I were engulfed in this light. I just said things as they came to mind. But then I started to wonder. Did I say something funny?
You were near Sin.
This is some
Don't worry,
FF8
you'll
ass
be
music.
better in no time.
You see, most of the 10 OSC, I don't like remember it. Cause there's just some shit that sounds like it's straight out of Final Fantasy VIII from Uematsu. And a lot of the places you visit, yeah, don't use the Uematsu OSC. They use the Hamauzu music.
They say your head gets
So
funny when
Uematsu
singing
is
there.
pretty much just
Maybe you
using like
had some kind of
cutscene
dream.
music that you can like forget about a lot.
You mean I'm sick?
Because of Sin's toxin, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore.
Weirdly enough, that makes it so that Uematsu's bangers is like the PS1 era music. And I guess like older stuff as well, but most of the stuff people really like talk about is like FF6, 7, 8, 9. 6 is like PS, it's Super Nintendo era, same with 4, but those are games that get evangelized, but they're not really in the majority's head like the PS1 OSCs.
Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago. So no one plays Blitzball there.
Huh?
It's kind of interesting how
What do you
Riku's
mean,
nails are
1,000
yellow.
years ago? But I saw Sin attack Xanarkand. You're saying that happened 1,000 years ago? No way.
So if you speak to her, that's like a sequence trigger for things to change. So let me, before anything else, let me go ahead and put my defense up. Not that I really need it. Obviously I just failed my NSG run. Ooh, big deal. But it's whatever. I don't really care. I'm gonna do everything in this. I'm gonna try to get the platinum. To the best of my ability, at least. Okay. So I got one mode only. Charges when character takes damage, which is more typical of the FF7 limit break system. And trancing from Final Fantasy IX.
You said... You play Blitzball?
Uh-huh.
You know, you should go to Luca. Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
Ah. Okay, leave it to me. I'll get you to Luca. Promise. You'd rather stay here?
Uh-uh.
Okay, I'll go tell the others. Wait here. Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
Oh, uh-huh.
I kind of like the slower approach to the intro of this game.
My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place?
I mean, obviously the beginning
Yeah,
with
right, I thought.
Xanarkand getting fucked over was like
Since
exciting
when?
and shit like that, but now we're just doing
Yevon?
some bitch work for
Sin? Luca?
the Albed.
I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place. That I could go back in a day or two. But 1,000 years into the future? No way! Whoa, whoa!
A lot of people complain that they wish that this was actually the reveal. Obviously, that he's like a time traveler. But again, it's because a lot of people don't really like understand the themes of any Final Fantasy game they play. Like, I've never seen a good review of any Final Fantasy looking back at shit. They all fall short. Even my review, actually, like, but of course I was mostly focused on like the gameplay and the character designs, music, that type of stuff. Narrative depth wasn't really something I was thinking about too much. Except for maybe like character interactions, character interplay. But that's because, like, you know, I think a lot of Final Fantasy got like held up in popularity because of the ensemble cast element of 4 through 10. 12 and 13 kind of try to have their own without like a main character, but it was kind of weird.
Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
So before even messing with those guys, come over here and you can get something for a future character. Not too big of a deal for now, but definitely you'll want to get that out the way. Two antidotes. Okay, so poison's not really fucking with me right now. This is such a me thing to do, just not engage with people and get what I want to get first. Kind of weird that the Crusaders were there.
Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
Finally. Things were starting to look up.
You know amateur. Who you play for?
The Zanarkand Abes.
What team you say again?
They're about to fucking
I
jump
meant-
him.
Forget that. I got too, close to Sin, and my head's all foggy like. So, I don't know where this place is. Or even where I came from.
Sin's toxin got to you. But you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon.
You know what's interesting is that people like to say that Tidus is a dumb character, and he does do foolish things as a fish out of water, but I think a big thing is that his mannerisms and the way people kind of coddle him because they think he has amnesia in the beginning makes it seem like he's like slow, like he's like in need of special education. And in a way he sort of is, but he's not actually that dumb. He's just a big fish out of water, and he's very true to his ideals. It's the same with Lloyd from Tales of Symphonia, and that game also kind of goes through the same thing where most of the dialogue really tries to go out of its way to make Lloyd seem like a dumbass when he, for all intents and purposes, a hyper-competent dude.
All right, back to practice. I'm Wakka, coach and captain of the Besaid Aurochs, brother. What, you hungry? Okay, back to the village. I'll get you something.
Okay, let me talk to some of these fucking Krillin-ass motherfuckers. These Z-fighters. Had the ball. Okay, so they all have like... They're all basically saying that they suck in their own way, except this guy. Yeah, these guys suck up until like endgame.
I felt like I could trust this Wakka, so I just had to ask. It's true Zanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a big pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Long time ago, there were a whole lot of cities in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work.
So Machina was originally not in the Japanese version. It was kind of added in later on.
And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the Machina cities. And Zanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand. What gets me, though, is we gotta suffer because of what some goofballs did way back when. Of course, we must always repent for our sins. That's important. It's just that it's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
It was just as Riku said. Wakka and Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Zanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Wakka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
How long I've been running for? I've been swimming for about... Oh wow, this guy is hitting me up. Shit. I don't know what it is about that dude who follows me and like messaging me on Discord about his problems and expecting me to stop streaming to like hear about it. I should be putting like my followers on blast like that, but damn. repeated behavior, and then getting upset when I don't respond back because I'm doing my thing. Oh, I got a platform. I can't be like friendly with everybody.
What's the big idea?
Okay, Phoenix down. Lil B did like a rap over this that still has me dying in laughter to this day. The I Love You song. I heard that shit when I was like sauced as fuck as a kid. Which again, not saying you should be confessing to, but fuck it though. That shit had me like dead. I mean, I wasn't drunk or anything, but still. Shit was funny as hell. Attrition is surprisingly a big deal in early game. Okay, so he's got one less point in strength, and yet it seems significant, the difference in terms of attack power. Let me check what this guy's rocking with. Okay, so scan. So which way is this? I guess he's like 1 degree away from Tidus's thing. If I got my hands on a level 1 key sphere, I could probably turn him into a beast quickly. If I had my hands on another, I could turn him into a fucking Kilo right now. Well, never mind. It's level 1. You see, they're connected, and yet all the intricacies of the sphere grid really don't matter all that much, because in the beginning everything is linear in the standard sphere grid, and towards the end everything is fucking samey. So this system doesn't really have a complex meta because of the sphere grid. It has a complex meta because of everything else with the battle system, the CTB, the enemy design. People describe this as mariachi music. I guess it kind of is. It's very festive. It's like a mix of like salsa and like calypso.
Got a favor to ask you.
You want me on your team, right?
How can he speak like that while getting gagged like that? It's fucking wild.
A major Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spira will be there. It's
And I hate
so
the passive-aggressive
huge,
crying
I'm sure
faces
someone
I've been
there will
getting.
recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun. What do you say, huh? Come on.
Oh, I like that
come
sun, man. That's
on.
that island sun.
Sure thing.
I had a Filipino teacher who she actually explained it to
Our
me
team is
that
gonna rock,
the
eh?
sky looks like sugar in some of these places. It's weird how the sky actually
I
does
thought
look
then
kind
that
of
Blitzball
different
and Sin were
depending
the
where you're
only two
at.
things that Spira
When I was
and
in
Xanarkand
Mexico,
had
the
in
sky looked
common.
green.
I wasn't too far off either.
And really, it's just because of the sea. I mean, the sky and the sea, the ocean below,
This is
the
where I
ocean
was
above,
born.
the firmament,
I started Blitz when I
essentially,
was 5.
they kind of
I joined the
reflect off
Aurochs
each
at
other.
13, 10 years ago.
So if the sea is
10
different, you're going to
years.
notice the sky kind of
Never
different
won a
too.
game. Well, after last year's tournament,
I think that's why a lot of people, you know, they don't recognize the color blue. It's because maybe for them the sky isn't really that blue. I mean, when I was in Mexico, the sky was green, in my mind.
I quit. Time seemed right. So, after quitting, I got this new job, yeah? But every time my mind wandered, I thought about the game.
10 years without a single win will do that.
That's how I feel
My
doing
first match
PvP in
last
Dark
year was my
Souls.
big chance. But something else was on my mind. I couldn't focus.
Nice excuse.
Hey, hey!
So, you want to win the next tournament. Go out with a bang. So, what's our goal?
I don't care how we do. Long as we play our best. If we give it our all, I can walk away happy.
No. If I say what's our goal, you say victory. When you play in a blitzball tournament, you play to win.
Victory? You're serious?
Ah, the one from the sea.
Be on guard. There are fiends on the road today.
After surviving your run-in with Sin, it would be a shame if something happened now.
Who are they?
Luzu and Gata, Crusaders.
Huh? Crews of what?
What, you forgot that too? Hey, sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll help you out.
Cool. In return, come tournament time, I'll make sure we take the cup.
Cool.
These are the
About
most
Crusaders,
unfortunate
you
characters
can ask them
in Final
yourself.
Fantasy
They got a
X.
lodge in a village.
When it comes to not really like making experience in 10-2. Because they're still tied to a game that has old school game design in terms of player choice.
Besaid village.
Which doesn't really
You got
assist
any
10-2
food
that
there?
much.
We'll get you something over there later. Take a look around first. Let's see. The Crusaders' Lodge is over yonder. Luzu and Gata are usually there. All right. Over here.
Huh? What's up?
You do remember the prayer, right?
I didn't know it in the first place, to tell the truth.
Man, that's like the basics of the basics. All right, I'll show you. Go ahead, you try. Hey, not bad. Okay, now, go present yourself to the temple summoner.
Any blitzball player would know that prayer. It was the blitzball sign for victory.
Yeah, there's all sorts of weird mannerisms in the original 10 that Tidus does. 10-2, not so much. 10-2 is kind of weird. There's a lot of recycled animations. That was definitely a lower budget game, but it was also prettier. So I guess they refined the skills that they had, even though they had less opportunities to show said skills. Potion and 400 gil. Sin struck Besaid village so many times I lost count. After this house got hit, I guess the owner just let it be. Really now? So yeah, they wait until Sin is like absolutely like active before beginning their pilgrimage and getting a summoner ready who can become the one to stop Sin and stuff. That's just wild to me. I like that sprite design, like model design. Yeah, just like these, like, you know, barefoot women. She probably smells like stank ass. Well, her microbiome is probably good, so she actually probably don't smell doo-doo-ish.
Go present yourself to...
Okay. So he cooking it slowly. That's like Asian... No, that's Jamaican food. They both take a long time to make. Mainlanders love the fabrics we weave here in Besaid. So okay, so the main continent of Spira is called the mainland. Okay, so they got like their own thing going on. Okay, so I do like how early game has you going through like all these weird island settings. Things are starting to come together narratively now. P equals B. P-B. Okay, so yeah, the consonants are usually like interlinked. Really, I'll bet is just fucking weird English. I mean, I don't really know. You're Wedge. You're Wedge from Final Fantasy VII. You're Wedge in Laundry Day, man. That's what you are. Don't bullshit me.
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right? Recently, was it?
I think so.
So, Sin can't be far, right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't. I wonder why.
I'm sorry. I really don't know anything. To tell the truth, I don't even know what the Crusaders are.
You're kidding, right?
Sin, the toxin. Gotta tell him who we are.
Yes, sir! The Crusaders are sworn to battle Sin. We have chapters throughout Spira, accepting all who wish to join our struggle. The hero Mi'ihen formed the Crusaders 800 years ago as the Crimson Blades.
I do like how 10-2 kind of does some excellent world building pertaining to Mi'ihen and the Crimson Blades.
Later, our ranks grew and we called ourselves the Crusaders. We've been fighting Sin ever since.
What? You've been fighting 800 years and you still haven't beat it?
Well, we've steered Sin away from towns many times. And that's all we can do. Nobody's ever been able to defeat it. Our mission as Crusaders is to protect the temples, towns, villages, and people of Spira.
So, then whose job is it to defeat Sin?
Is Sin's toxin really this bad, sir?
It does seem rather bad. We could just tell you, but I think it better for you to try and remember. Go pray at the temple. Perhaps Yevon will help you regain your memory.
So even they're tired of dealing with his ass. But yeah, I kind of like the whole Crusaders group and how they basically get fleshed out in 10-2. It's like such a weird faction. It's not really related to Yevon. You gotta go off the beaten path to get some shit.
It was then, standing in that place.
You know what? You know what? I'm glad they made it like this. This is so overtly Shinto that
I began to realize how different this world was from my own.
if these Westerners play this game and still don't understand the themes being explored after looking at all of this, then there's really no hope for them. And they still didn't, so yes, there's no hope for anybody in terms of like comprehending like a Final Fantasy story. Not to say like I'm like this super like Final Fantasy D writer, just
since Lord Braska became High Summoner. And finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Well, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin. It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon. Only a chosen few become Summoners, who call forth entities of great power, the Aeons. The Aeons hear our prayers and come down to us. They are the blessing of Yevon.
so a lot of people might be wondering how they a little bit about like summoners. They're not just summoning, they're also essentially high priestesses and high priests. The term was used a little in Besaid. We spoke to a couple of those NPCs, but from here onwards they mostly just use the term summoner instead of priest or priestess. So yeah, they do more than just summon, obviously,
So
and
what
that's
he
why they're
meant
essential for this world, regardless.
Was that we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
Some kind of great men. He should have said great man, but I guess it's kind of funny that way. Some kind of great men. It's such a weird, like, random pluralization. But I guess it's in line with him and even myself, probably speaking sometimes. Okay, I guess I should be like dipping now. There's a couple things I want to get around here, but let me look it up right now. New tab. FFX. Okay, Energy Blast. I actually like the way Energy Ray looks, but it's just so weak. It's just not worth it. You win all these fights by using Energy Blast. Energy Wave just gets you fucked up. First talking to the girl in the shop. It's a weird fucking dog, man. That's not a fucking dog, man. It's a fucking Pokemon. Yeah, I mean, neurotoxins. The Sin's kind of like a sea creature if you think about it, like a sea kaiju, so them fish, they be having neurotoxins up the ass. With water pollution now, even like eating fish is like highly toxic. So I forgot what the sequence trigger is for this. Do we gotta like torque for the statues or some shit? Ah man, like them selfish prayers. Okay, so that explains why her outfit is so different. Okay, that's a seafarer. I always get mixed up when I'm around here. I don't know. Do I gotta like approach one of the statues, or what do I do? I mean, there's all sorts of like idols and stuff like that.
Sorry, man. Take a nap.
Okay, so this is the sequence trigger. So what is it, like 8 a.m. and now it's like
You could at least go see how they are doing.
noon, I
Can't
guess maybe.
interfere. It's a rule.
But it's been nearly. But it's been nearly.
It's been nearly a day already.
Perhaps you could go look for us.
People are searching for him now.
Thank you.
Who cares whether he comes back or not?
But he might die.
Fine, let him.
Do you hate him so?
That's right.
If he dies, you'll never be able to tell him how much you hate him.
Wakka?
More like memories showing how much this dude fucking can't stand his daddy and shit. My right ear is ringing now. It's so puffed up, man.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Huh?
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care.
Maybe this wasn't such a good idea after all.
Okay, the Cloister of Trials. They're basically like a "Are you smart?" test. And of course, you don't pass for being smart, you pass for not being dumb. I mean, later it does actually get a little more intricate. Passing isn't really like the complex part. I mean, obviously if you do these more quickly, which I'm not going to be able to do that. It's kind of interesting how they like take shape. Obviously what you really want to do is you want to get the destruction sphere so you can catch whatever item it is you want to get. No, it's so weird. I'm basically controlling this game using only the D-pad. I didn't know there was no like lock it in there. Can't interact with that yet. What about this thing? The glyphs, okay. See, this feels right at home with Dark Souls. This Besaid Sphere, when it's named after like the temple, that's kind of like your way forward. Oh, it's automatically doing the pushing for me.
Hey! What's gotten into you? Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
Let me reset. Let me reset. As I said, it's an "Are you smart or are you dumb?" test. I did it really fast. Ordinarily, that would be seen as, okay, that's me being smart. In this case, that was very dumb of me. Very dumb of me because I actually want to get some stuff, so...
Hey, you! You were attacked by Sin, right?
I guess I'm just gonna speak over all of this, because there's no real point in making a big deal out of it.
Right? You're not hiding anything, are you?
Why would I?
If Sin's nearby, it'll attack the island for sure. But it hasn't.
Actually, since I don't want to hear this dialogue again, I'm gonna...
To tell the truth, I don't even know what the cruise...
I'm gonna block this off a little. Negro. Let me look at the notifications I got. I got a notification for the installation of the game and for some of the trophies I got for this one. I am interested in Final Fantasy X free. Back in the day, I used to unfollow people for saying good stuff about the prospect of a Final Fantasy X free. I didn't really agree with the notion of a sequel to 10 and 10-2, since I feel like the events of 10-2 kind of wrap the story up as decently as it could. But with all the stuff related to like issues and complications in the far plane, which I already knew about, and you could have just talked that up to like the Guado not being present. Alongside just exploring the concept of the summoners again, since death in the world of Final Fantasy X is so weird that exploiting its system is actually kind of interesting to think about. The concept of a beckoning as a sort of way to reverse sending, even. And really, you could really have a definitive end to Final Fantasy X if you correct the things which can cause the existence of a sin or all these other things, because Spira is once again tied to a cycle. All that makes me wonder what kind of summoner is bringing back sin through beckoning. That's kind of a planet level threat. Really what it comes down to, I think, is you, Yevon, try to bring Zanarkand back through
It was then,
beckoning.
standing in that place.
But if you can, well, not beckoning, through creating like a dream illusion, but if you could do it through beckoning, that would mean that you're OP as shit. So whoever is doing this is above you, Yevon, in ability and power. It's kind of a stake raise. Okay, so
10 years have passed since Lord Braska became High Summoner.
Lord Braska.
Finally, we receive a statue for our temple.
Oh, what's a High Summoner? I got too close to Sin's toxin.
Okay.
It was funny hearing myself make the same excuse over and over. Funny, and a little sad.
The Summoners are practitioners of a sacred art, sworn to protect the people of Yevon.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be playing two Final Fantasy games consecutively. I'll be playing this and Stranger of Paradise. Although I wonder if Sin can be beckoned, so does that mean that there's someone who has the power to beckon all of Zanarkand?
So what he meant?
And Dream Zanarkand? That would be
was
ridiculous.
That we should respect some kind of great men, or something like that, I figured.
I mean, if you can do it to Sin, you could probably do it to a whole civilization, considering how powerful Sin is. The civilization and its facsimile imitation. Yeah, as many of you know, man, Back in the day, I really preferred self-contained stories. I wasn't really big into sagas outside of Kiseki and Suikoden, because I can see the consequences of making a long saga where if something happens, the story might just end up in limbo forever, and also you can retcon concepts that were really interesting for concepts that are inferior. Although in the case of this game, might not be so bad. Obviously, I still have my reservations on the notion of a 10 free. I don't like all the concepts.
Sorry, man. Take a...
Okay, yes, they are waiting for lunch, so I guess it's waiting for the noon or afternoon.
You could at least...
I'd say my big issue with the sequel to Project of 10, I don't like how they're basically creating a lot of almost Cobra Kai like soap opera level drama and tension between characters and giving them problems that just really feel forced, just so that you can have a personal stake raise to loom over people's head that they might care about, instead of focusing on the more superior and interesting world building of the setting of Spira and the stake raise of dealing with these types of antagonists. Because in my opinion, fighting a more OP version of Sin is just, with no nerf, with no mental block from jacked and shit like that.
Waka?
It seems interesting, man. Just a depersonalized Sin acting on the whims of some weird high priest. Let me get to the save point right now. That's the item shop. The cat looks weird as shit too. Of course they got fake ass Wedge with a fake ass cat. This is exciting, playing the game again with like the original OST. Default. Do I want memory cursor? Actually, sphere grid. I didn't realize that I didn't mess with this shit. So agility raise, HP. He's got decent HP already, but I guess he could always have more. Key items. I didn't know I got like a 2. I thought it was a free. The font looked weird.
Is something wrong?
The summoner hasn't returned from the trial.
Eh?
Well, apprentice summoner, really.
Oh man, I hate when people use interjections like that.
There's a room in there called the Cloister of Trials. Beyond is where the apprentice summoner prays. If the prayer is heard, the apprentice becomes a fully fledged summoner. Remember?
So someone is in there somewhere and they haven't come back out. Right, I got it.
A day's already gone by.
Is it particularly dangerous in there?
Sometimes, yes.
Why don't you go in and help?
There's already guardians in there. Besides, it's forbidden.
Hey, but what if something happens? What if the summoner dies?
Our precepts must be obeyed.
Like I care. Maybe this wasn't such a...
I have to really think about this. Why would they have it so that, you know, you can't, like, go in there unless you're a guardian? Is it to, like, avoid, like, an op catching a body? Or someone trying to take the summon for themselves and become, like, a summoner without, you know, the priestly aspect? I guess if you touch another sphere with your other hand, you would, like, disintegrate or something. It would go crazy from the power. Okay. This is probably what I was meant to do. This puzzle is just a little too simple. I mean, I shouldn't complain because the second to last one does take quite a bit of time. The fourth one was actually pretty fun, IMO. Okay, I'm not gonna make the mistake of pushing it. The game makes it abundantly clear that if you do this shit, you will get to where you need to go. So if you don't want to get to where you need to go, you gotta go somewhere else. And that's whatever. Take sphere. So I gotta get in my head how you turn these things into a destruction sphere. So cinematic. So let's see what the item was that I missed out on getting. Okay. I like the sword symbol, how it has like a cross guard. Rod of Wisdom. Now that was me using my brain.
Hey, it's okay. Only summoners, apprentice summoners, and their guardians can enter here. It's a tradition, very important.
So what about you?
Me? I'm a guardian.
A guardian?
Whoa! Ah! Summoners go on a pilgrimage to pray at every temple in Spira. Guardians protect them. The Guardian's in there now. One of them's got a short fuse, and who knows what the other's thinking. Well, now that we come this far, Might as well go all the way.
What are you doing here? Didn't think we'd be able to handle it?
No, it's just... See, I told you she gets mad easy.
Is the summoner all right?
Who are you?
Another cut to CG, I guess. They got her sweating like crazy. Everybody in these like cutscenes looks like they just had their fourth nut in a hot summer day in a small ass room. They got that sex sweat and that sex hair. Look at that shit.
I've done it. I have become a summoner.
Man, was I surprised. And here I was thinking summoners were all old geezers.
What do you gotta say to me? Transgression. I like how understanding they are. They're trying to be real civil about it. I mean, I did break a taboo. This game is set in fucking DR. I don't give a fuck.
Hey, over here.
This is the Japan wants. What if Japan got DR, which I have a feeling they would have wanted.
What? Ow!
Wait till you see this.
The Isle of Hispaniola.
Ready?
Okay.
Honestly, the heterochromia makes low-res Yuna look kind of soulless. Actually, a lot of art here looks soulless as fuck. Especially the remastered touch-ups. It's like they got AI to do it, almost.
I had never seen anything like it in my life. Sure, it was a little scary, but still, I could feel a strange kind of gentleness coming from it.
Okay, let's see, Valifora.
I remember, that night, we talked for the first time. I didn't know it then, but after that night, everything changed. For everyone. For me.
Let me introduce you to the team. This guy here wants into the tournament so bad, I let him on the team.
Let me see if I can hear with my left ear.
His memory's a little fuzzy, so don't mind him if he says anything odd. Come on, say hi.
Okay, so my tinnitus doesn't let me hear
Hi guys.
the crickets unless I raise the volume up really high.
So what's up?
To do our best.
Goal now. Our new goal is victory. To win every match, defeat every...
Okay, I guess it's not happening. I would have to jack up the volume so much that the pitch is no longer recognizable in order to hear it with my left ear.
Easy, huh?
Victory! 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 Yeah!
That's how everyone feels when LeBron finally joins their team and he brings a couple A-listers with him.
You heathen!
Stay away from the summoner! You're a bad man!
Lady Yuna, be careful.
But it was really my fault to begin with. I'm Yuna. Thank you so much for your help earlier.
Huh? I'm sorry about that. Wasn't I not supposed to... Guess I kinda overreacted.
Oh no, I was overconfident.
I saw that Aeon thing. That's amazing.
Really? Do you think I can become High Summoner?
Lady Yuna, come play with me some more.
So, tomorrow then.
Tomorrow?
We're going on the same boat, aren't we?
Oh, really?
We can talk more.
Huh.
You can tell me all about Zanarkand.
She's cute, yeah? Don't get no ideas.
No promises there, big guy. Hey, but what if she, like, comes on to me?
That's not going to happen. If you get tired, let me know. I had a bed made for you.
Joke's on you, you're all getting fucking traded. I'm fucking LeBron. Actually, I don't really trade much of them.
Stay away from the summoner!
Wasn't really trying to talk to her, I was trying to like go over. But the map is really like enclosed now, so I don't got a lot of room.
Ready for bed? Good. Sleep tight.
How can you sleep next to that fat ass, man? I'd be fucking bricked up. I hate all in these like video games. They never fucking use a blanket.
Where's that boat?
Everyone will find us. if it doesn't come soon.
You really sure this is okay?
Would you take me to Zanarkand?
Hey! You said you'd go with me!
Oh, hey, I
guess they're trying to like establish a love triangle.
Any ideas?
He did?
Yeah, so you're coming with me.
Hey, stop dreaming! You with a woman? You can't even catch a ball! Oh, what's the matter? Gonna cry again? Cry, cry. That's the only thing you're good
Damn,
for.
he took your girls too?
Huh? What'd you say?
You have to speak loudly.
I hate you!
Huh?
That's the spirit.
Oh, now they're trying to like hype him up.
I hate you!
He's dead, okay? Dead. He does look a lot like Chapu. I was
Okay, my left ear can hear this though.
saw him. But no matter what he looks like, he isn't Chapu. You shouldn't have brought him here in the first place.
Yeah, but he needed our help.
Excuses again?
Yeah, but...
That's it. No more. Enough, Waka.
Well, you wanted to leave him out on the fucking jungles of Besaid? Besaid and shit like that. Obviously, he needs to be in some type of settlement.
Scary. So, who's Chapu?
My little brother, Chapu. He looked like you.
He's dead?
He picked up on that.
He
So
was
you
with
see, like, he's a fish out of the water, but he's not like a moron.
Crusaders when they fought Sin last year. He didn't make it. I first heard on the day of the tournament.
Oh, so that's why.
I became a guardian to fight Sin, yeah?
Revenge, then?
That was the idea. I'm more worried about a stupid game now than avenging my brother. Well, after the next tournament, I'll be a guardian full-time. I know it kinda looks like I'm using you, but I'm not.
Don't worry. I mean, I owe you a lot. You really helped me out, you know? What I mean is... Thanks, Waka.
Stop. You're embarrassing me. Hey, sleepyhead. Something I want to give you.
Whoa! You're giving this?
Your actual main weapon.
Yeah, use it well.
I'll use it well for
That's
a
the
couple
sword
minutes.
you gave Chapu.
Well, he never used it. Where's Yuna?
We're taking the same boat as Yuna, right? Why do we gotta wait here?
Yuna came to this village 10 years ago, when the last calm started.
The calm?
Since then, she's been like a little sister to me and Lulu. But she had the talent. She became an apprentice. Now, today, she leaves as a summoner.
This is our journey. We should leave together. You really don't need all that luggage.
They're not really my things. They're gifts for the temples we're to visit.
This isn't a vacation, Yuna.
I guess you're right.
Okay.
There's an important secret that we need to get. Hopefully whatever you had in there isn't gonna rot. Well, if those are all her personal belongings and actually she has no need for them. This is important to get if you want to have an easier time while playing this game. Hey yo Wedge, how you doing? How's your ass? This is the same dude. He just posts up here. Okay, did he have like a health problem related to sin? Or is it his cholesterol acting up? So I gotta find some like dog. Good luck finding anything with these camera angles. Okay, maybe she's the one. Oh no, I think that's probably my younger bro or my mom's. Hopefully it's my younger bro, because if it's my mom's, who knows what type of dumb shit she'll be saying. Oh, that's my mom's already. I can hear her yelling. Oh, well, she's talking with a neighbor. Better a neighbor than me. Where the hell is your sister? That's what I'm trying to look for. Anyway, let's see. Where the hell is this lady and her dog? I was seeing that dog everywhere. Pretty much, let's see. Actually, where does her luggage actually go? See, there's gotta be something I'm not looking at. Cool.
There's like nuts and these nuts. I'll leave it in the kitchen so you can go eat it.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, so I won't make a
Where the hell is this thing?
You want me to heat up those fries?
Aye, sure.
In the oven?
Let's see. I guess I'll have to search it up again. Velafor Energy Blast. Okay, the Weaver's Hut. Did I erase all my... Oh, okay, whatever. It's interesting how that never stays in my head. Oh shit, let me get the app started again.
Here comes one now.
I guess we got a tutorial.
Hey, why don't you try out that sword I gave you?
No problem.
Not too shabby. You kept up with him pretty well. Might make a good guardian someday. A flyer. My kind of customer.
There's nothing inherently that makes Wakka and his ball better at hitting like these types of enemies. If they're really high up, then yeah, he could get it with his full range, but it's really just the fact that he has slightly higher accuracy than Tidus. Actually, let me look at this a bit better. You see, Tidus has the better agility. Wakka wins out in accuracy, so Tidus can score hits on high agility guys like wolves. But for the flying enemies that tend to require higher accuracy because they have higher evasion, you need Wakka. A lot of these stats kind of like bleed into each other, but they'll matter a heck of a lot later on. Really, the super stat in this game is luck. If you can get yourself a lot of luck, then you can avoid the need for a lot of these other stats. Agility is essentially soft capped at either 120 or 180, I don't remember, but you don't need 255, the hard cap. HP has two hard caps, one at triple fours and the other at like quadruple fours. You don't really need to break the HP limit, but people kind of already know about that. I might end up doing it because I want to get the trophy, so I might as well.
Told ya, only magic can beat that thing. If you can't beat them down, you gotta use magic of an element they don't like.
Magic? Element?
Let's have our black mage show you what I mean. Lou, you're up.
Clueless, aren't you? Good thing I'm here. Spells of ice work well against Fire Fiend, and Ice Fiends are weak against Fire Mat. You follow?
I get fire and ice, but what about lightning and water?
Lightning and water are opposed, just like fire and ice. This one here is a water fiend, which means...
Yes, I'm paying attention. No goth Latina girlfriend, unless you're Wakka, I guess.
Take your time.
Let's get going, man.
We're gonna wait.
Huh?
Are you ready?
What's going on?
It's an ancient custom. People leaving the island pray here for a safe trip. Chappu didn't pray that day. Said he'd miss his boat.
You know what, a lot of people on their second playthrough don't pray. I'm not going to be one of those guys.
That should do it.
I want to be respectful to Wakka. And I myself am not like super like against Yevon. Like obviously they're pretty noir. They do a lot of bad, but I also see the good in them, but that's because I understand them a little more as like the Shinto priest class and the exorcists that this world kind of needs. All the summoner stuff, although I'm not too cool with that. Although 10-2 kind of makes a big deal about, you know, regretting the death of the summoners, so who knows? She might start summoning old friends again. So this one you can actually clutch it. Let me actually try to do that. Your limit break sucks, my G.
That's enough.
What's with that guy?
Kimari Ronso, of the Ronso tribe. He's learned the Fiend's way of fighting.
The blue mage.
That's not what I meant.
He's another Yuna's guardians.
Huh?
Sometimes we don't understand him either. Kimari doesn't talk much anyway. But he has protected me since I was a child.
I guess he was trying to like scoop out whether you were valid or not. I got another sword out of that. It comes with sensor. Okay, let's see. Let me at least check how that looks. Obviously, I'll switch back to Brotherhood really soon, but I kind of like having a weapon with sensor anyway. I'll eventually be slapping that onto the sword I got on me right now.
A flyer! That's your department, right?
True.
Okay.
But, why don't we let our summoner show us what she's made of?
I kind of want to switch out my weapon now that I know what it looks like.
Your first real battle. Let's see some style.
This is the only game with like character switching mid-battle where the character switching is like free. I noticed. The Kiseki games, Xenosaga, Mega Man X Command Mission. All those other games with character switching turn-based combat, it's punished. Or there's like a fee for it. I wouldn't say punished, but you know, it has a cost. Not in this game. It wouldn't work in this game. I remember my best friend used to actually roleplay a lot with the characters, saying that his headcanon was that this guy taught Lulu black magic, which might actually have some validity to it. His headcanon might actually be surprisingly accurate. So I guess I can use this to score some turns. Let me see what your Fizzy can do. Not bad, not bad. Sonic Wings is kind of weak sauce, but I kind of like it. Yeah, these summon fights, I don't really like using the summons. In the past, I kind of did it because summons are what you use when you want a powerful dude who can like blow his load on a boss and die without you getting a game over. They're freebies, basically. And I will be saving that, so I could show off some of the other spells, but I kind of like Thunder. I know some people who actually got holy before leaving this area. It's kind of the equivalent of getting to level 99 before finishing bombing missions.
No problem. Leave this one to me, huh? Say goodnight, Bourbon.
It's good that they show you that status ailments are actually really useful in this. A lot of people like to say that ailments weren't useful in Final Fantasy X, 7, but poison and stun and stop, they were busted in FF7. Even to an extent, something like silence was busted in that game. The only thing that I would argue is kind of ass is like your regular physical, your like frog spell or tiny. Okay, cool. It's like a Burger King commercial. Actually, that fire effect is so like low quality. It looks like some Adobe shit. Oh shit, that was a nice ass crit.
Yeah.
I'ma douse you. I use Lulu a lot when I play this game. No special effects. I guess it wasn't worth the drama. It wasn't seen as warranted. Okay. This ability right here, Flee, is a godsend, but in my old casual playthroughs, I always ended up super weak with the original pre-international sphere grid, and before international added standard and expert, because you just end up so weak if you use this all the time. You gotta really play through every encounter you get to. If you want to be at the level of strength you gotta be to defeat the enemy. The same with Final Fantasy 13. Except 13 never really gets that improved Crystarium to where it's not such a grindy experience. This shit right here, learn this spell. I'm telling you, these spells save you from the fight against a future boss fight. I never really used them, so I ended up getting my ass kicked, but trust me, you want to do that. Actually, did the no sphere grids, NSGNS, and CNO guys not use it?
Yeah.
Get his ass. I kind of feel bad for not giving Yuna some love right there. Monosphere. More MP the better, that's kind of Lulu's shtick. Lulu with no MP, I don't really want her. This is probably the easiest getting Ephors and Phoenix Downs has ever been for Final Fantasy to... certainly. If I make a right, I can go to where I was before Wakka tried to fuck Tita in the booty hole. I was just gonna call him Tita. I bought her to name him that way. And that's what he is canonically in my head. I'm gonna call him Tita. Tita and Yuna. Yuna and Tita. Uematsu ass music right here. It's fucking hilarious. This lady's out here dressed like fucking Conan the Barbarian, but like an Asianized version. Oh, that's right. Generally, you should talk to every person who knows you're in a pilgrimage, because they like to give you good shit. Okay. Especially early game, you want to get as much good stuff. This shit used to save my ass in my earlier playthroughs, and my best friend actually made fun of it. They just like to give you shit because you was summoner. But back when I didn't know how to fight the bosses properly, this stuff really did give me all the resources I would need in order to just make it to the next part of the game. And it ludonarratively fits with the tone of the story, so...
Goodbye.
Okay. There's 26 letters in the English language. How is he able to do all this shit? He's just way too overpowered. This man is an asshole. I see him, Myron. Give me my shit back, you asshole. That's Genma from Naruto.
There's some fries there.
Yeah.
Ooh, them's fascinating clothes you're wearing. Yeah! Filthy, filthy. These won't sell. All me name's not Awaka. Don't look like you got much money, either. I've no business with you. Out of me way.
Who do you think you are?
Awaka the 23rd. Merchant extraordinaire.
Awaka the who?
Don't know me? Well, not many do. Not yet. But someday, the name Awaka will be spoken all over Spira. Say, lad, you wouldn't have a bit of gil to lend?
Okay, I'll give you...
I guess it pays to ask. Thank ye kindly, lad. Fine seed money for the O'aka merchant empire.
Just take all my pockets, man. I don't give a fuck. Here, take the keys to my house, too. Take my library card as well, whatever. I don't give a shit. Anyway, so that's gonna do it for tonight. I'll be streaming again tomorrow on Tuesday. It's been your boy, Mr. Wonka 7, and I'll say I make day.